r/AskReddit, what is it that you invested thousands of hours and now is pointless? I used to love doing this in college. Just something about it, not knowing how they'd look. Turned out they all pretty much looked shit, but it was still fun. Pokemon games on the DS/3DS. I used to breed competitive Pokemon and shiny Pokemon. With the new generation changes and limitations, many of them can't be imported or used. A huge portion of my collection is stuck in Pokemon Home and it's only a matter of time they all get deleted because they can't be moved. This 100%. It's rough also, cause I feel like Pokemon Showdown is the only way to sustainably battle, PvP, now, and the easiest. At least there's no $$ involved on Showdown. Uneasy face. Pokemon Go too many cheaters and I work too much to maintain it anymore. How do people cheat at this? I used to play with my kids but they got bored. What are you maintaining and what do cheaters do that bother you? Are you doing PvP? I didn't think people we cheating much there. Pokemon Go is mostly a solo game, outside of the battles. Or does it just bother you that other people didn't work as hard as you? Played online poker for a living for 15 years, studied everything I could get my hands on, then ran out of cash. Haven't played in 5 years, pretty sure every site is infested by AI poker bots. When did you have a surplus of cash from it? You know, the time you should have pocketed it all and walked away. I got a BS in biochemistry, then drove a forklift for 14 years. Now I am an electrician. What's it like as an electrician? I need tips. I'm 14 going into trade school for it. 20 plus years of guitar. I have carpal tunnel and can no longer play. Edit. Thank you to everyone who replied with the inspirational responses. I can't find the time right now to respond to everyone, but I wanted you all to know that it means a lot and is definitely boosting my optimism. My PhD. I dropped out after 4 years. Same, being a microbiologist during lockdown was a time. What do you mean by pointless? I played World of Warcraft a lot, raided a lot, and eventually stopped. It wasn't pointless though, because I had fun doing it. I had the same thought. At first it felt pointless, but the more I think about it the less it feels that way. Made loads of friends and learned some good leader skills from organizing dungeons, raids and guilds. Also English doesn't even feel like a second language anymore from all the online chat. Scuba diving. Thousands of hours of training and experience, down the drain thanks to a lung injury. That fucking blows. Did you at least get a lot of good experiences out of it while you could? What was your favorite fish that you saw, or anyone else who would like to tell me about their favorite fish? Could I ask if the injury was sustained by diving? Beginner diver here, sorry you had to take the scuba off-ramp. Archery. Spent years trying to make it to national level, got really close to. Did my shoulder, can't shoot anymore. Happened to my best friend in school. Sacrificed a lot of his childhood to make the national swimming team, developed Scheuermann's disease at 19, end of career. I'm so sorry. Sad face. I'm a pianist since 6 and guitarist since 16. 32 now with rheumatoid arthritis. I feel your loss. We have gained a deeper appreciation for music that we wouldn't have had otherwise. Still, it fucking sucks. Gutting. Come over to the catapult/slingshot world. I have ADHD. Lots of stuff I hyperfixated on THA no longer interest me. I have had to learn to forgive myself and realize that the excitement of shaking it up and learning a new thing is needed to enjoy life even if I don't see it through. I also don't allow myself to dump tons of money into a new fixation. If I hold onto the hobby like the gym for a few years I'll invest into it. 25,000 hours in World of Warcraft, I made the mistake of adding it all up lol. I don't really regret it or count it wasted, BC I made some cool friends and had good times. At one point WoW genuinely saved my life by providing a much needed escape at an extremely dark time. But god damn it, why couldn't I have picked something more practical LMAO? So there was this game called EVE Online. We don't talk about it anymore. Oh shit. I've never played it, and after watching the 6HRS documentary about it by Frederick Knudsen, I still don't want to play it. Relationships with people I later regretted having. Bad relationships can teach you things to look out for in your next relationship at yourself and at them. Learning how to do flash animations and action script throughout all of high school and partially university. Then the world unanimously decided to cancel Flash. I spent 10 plus years learning how to draw, worked as an illustrator for a bit and realized I hated it. I'm not even a particularly good artist. Now I work as a software developer and occasionally doodle for fun. Business degree. Got into management and found out that I fucking hate business. What about being an illustrator did you hate? I did the same thing with a writing degree. Loved writing, was reasonably decent at. Turns out, commercial writing is dull AF. Hobby writing is my thing. And it's only going to get worse with AI. This past year has really driven home to me just how little people value art. Grinding for hours to unlock or trade for skins and items for games I haven't played in years, at least I had fun for the most part though. Neopets. I had a really good time though and have fond childhood memories of it. I also learned a decent amount about money and the economy from it, strangely. It was not an educational game, but there are many things that I look back at and realize I learned about them because of Neopets. I bet my flotsam is pretty fucking hungry right about now. I want to tell everyone that investing hours into something that you can still enjoy right now isn't pointless. Finding things that makes you happy is literally the point of life. This question more relates to thing you can either 1, no longer do because of circumstances, or 2, something you know how to do but the usefulness of it is no longer relevant. Do what you love and never let anyone tell you it's pointless to find enjoyment in life. I agree wholeheartedly. Wise words, Roger. All of my awesome skills at picking up chicks are useless now that I'm married. Refining the art of picking up chicks was an investment into finding and keeping your current wife. Similar story, but 6 years of university for an education degree. Teaching fucking sucks. 911 operator now. Role play with your wife or shift what talent you have into skills to keep it interesting with her. I worked in a very specialized field for 15 years. Now I'm disabled and can't work in that field. Everything I know is useless. You can teach. Make a friggin' masterclass and sell that course. Stardew Valley. At least you probably had fun. I dedicated thousands of hours to perfecting a specific software skill, only to find that the industry shifted towards a different technology. What skill was that, if you don't mind me asking? VB6. Visual Basic 6 was my first programming language. It may be long obsolete now, but I wouldn't call my time spent with it wasted. It opened the door to Java, VB.NET, C++, and that was all before I even started my computer science degree. Ex-wife. Marriage. Sad trombone. Life. I don't know about thousands, but I was obsessed with HTML as a teenager and building websites in my free time. They were never live, I just saved them to floppy disks, as you do. Took a computer class for fun in college and the teacher strictly forbade me from using HTML since it is obsolete. So whatever 4 years of teenager free time adds up to, all that wasted. There is no planet where HTML is obsolete. Do you know how to do CSS? If so, your skills still have use. Going to church as a kid/young adult. Spend on average maybe 10 hours per week for about 25 years. It wasn't all bad, but overall a pointless exercise because it turns out I don't believe in God. RuneScape. My master's degree. Companies are now requiring certificates. Years ago World of Warcraft, glad I quit. Roughly 9,000 hours played here. My WoW addiction killed my first attempt to get a degree. Luckily I was able to quit when Cataclysm released and turned my life around after, but fuck, biggest waste of time in my life easily. Amen. Glad to see fellow WoW addict survivors like myself around. Had a pretty extensive education in programming and since finishing school I've been in other areas of IT that have nothing to do with programming. Hey, that was my answer, too. Womp womp. Reddit. Spent countless hours completing designations and certifications that I don't use anymore. And they never gave me any edge in the job market. Should have tried the rusty one instead of the sad one. Developing film and making prints in a darkroom. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again. Reddit glitch out.